Hi, and thank you for joining me for day 19 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life, round 13. And today's sketch, you can see in the top left-hand corner there, is by the lovely Janet Fritz. She goes by Galaxy Girl Creations on YouTube, and her channel is fantastic. I absolutely love watching her. So I'll leave her details down below. Please do go and check her out if you haven't already. So I'm using Shimelle's main character energy for this layout. And it's a photo of my children at the Tenpin bowling alley recently. James only does college Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because he has work experience the rest of the time, and Amelia had 2 days off because they were doing open days at her college, so they had inset days. So they decided as a group of friends to go bowling, which was really lovely. So you can see I'm trying to follow Janet's sketch really closely, and I struggled. I'm not very good at judging measurements on a 12 by 12 page apparently. So I started out with that gorgeous starburst paper as my main background, and then I'm just adding the layers here. I was really happy with the colours that I'd chosen, but I just could not get those measurements right. Now, it doesn't help that I've gone for a 4x6 photo rather than two. I think it's 2 3x4s that Janet's used on hers. Just trying to work out whether to use that gold star paper there or this ledger. But I decided on the ledger because there's a lot of colour going on already, so that kind of separates the colours and it works nicely. So I'm just going to trim down this lilac paper, and I do have to make a few more cuts to get this right, but I do get there eventually, and I'm thrilled with the outcome. It's a very different kind of layout for me, but it is a beautiful layout. So thank you very much, Janet, for the sketch. It was great fun to try and follow a sketch as it is rather than putting my own twist on it. That said, I do go a little bit off at the end, but you'll see that. So just decided that all of these needed to be trimmed down, so just stacking them up together to get those trimmed down, and I'm much happier with the size of those. So just once again getting them in position, and then I think soon I can actually start gluing down. But just all those different layers, just trying to work out exactly where everything goes. So I decided I want to use this Hero Art circle die to create the circle on the right hand side of the photos. So I'm doing that in that gorgeous star paper. It's a shame the light doesn't really pick up the gold foiling on that now, but it really does sparkle and shine. It's beautiful. So here I am sticking these papers down now, and I'm going to rough up the edges of all of the papers, but I do that with my fingernails once they're in place. I really like the look of that at the moment, rather than the bitty edges that you get when you use an edge distresser. This just sort of breaks the fibres without tearing up the paper too much. So as I say, just going around with my fingernails and roughing those edges up, layer by layer. And it's just a subtle texture that it adds to the page, and I really like that. I should have probably cut some of this out, shouldn't I? But while I'm doing this, please do check the description box down below to see the playlist of everybody else who's joining in on this hop. I can't believe that we're on day 19 already. There are hundreds of videos there, and there is some fantastic inspiration. So please do go and check that out. And also join the Facebook group, which is 30 Days of Sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life. There are some questions to answer at the beginning. Make sure that you answer those to be let in. That's just to make it a safe space and stop any nasties from trying to join. Do let Christie know that I've sent you, just so that she knows that you are genuinely interested in 30 Days of Sketches. There have been 13 series now, so there are 13 albums, and each album has one key layout per day, which is the sketch, and then everybody adds their take on that sketch to that post. So there are thousands and thousands and thousands for you to look through and enjoy and get inspiration from, because that's what the group is there for. Christie's very supportive, and it's a wonderful group to be a part of. So I'm nearly there now with distressing all these edges, and then I can bring my photo in, and it's at this point I decide that these papers are still too long, so I'm cutting them retrospectively, which is a little frustrating, but it definitely needed to be done. So just that green one and the ledger one I trimmed down a little bit. And then when that's done, I decide that that photo definitely does need to be matted. So just getting all of those edges distressed again, because obviously I've trimmed them down, so I just want that same distressed look on them. And bringing that circle in just to see if I do need to matte the photo, but I definitely do. So here I am with my white cardstock, and then I just matte it onto this navy blue. Now you don't see the starbursts on the navy blue, beautiful though they are. It just provides another layer just to give definition to that photo a little bit more. So you can see there, you don't see the starbursts at all. It's just navy with lots of beautiful colours around the edge. So just using my scissors to quickly trim that out. And then distressing the edges, getting that stuck down. But before I stick it down, of course, I need to mess about with these papers a little bit more. I'm not quite happy with the layering, so just moving that lilac one down a bit, and the same with the green one, just moving it down a bit, just so that they both show as layers beneath the photo. So I'm bringing in my edge distresser to distress these edges. It's quick and easy, not going in too heavy, and that's where the photo is going to sit. So just sticking that down with my Sticks 2 tape runner. So adding that circle, and then these are some old Amy Tangerine foam stickers that I've got in my stash that I'm trying to use up, and I thought this Food Friends fun would work nicely because they went bowling and then they went to McDonald's for a bite, so that works, and the greens work really nicely with this collection. So just popping that down at the bottom there, and then I shall carry on embellishing. So I'm mainly focusing on the 6x12 sticker sheet from Main Character Energy for the embellishing. So I've just added a few bits there, and then I'm going to come in with the foam alphabets to create my title. My title is just going to be 10-pin bowling, and I love this alphabet. I love the tall skinniness of it, so you can fit plenty in across a photo, and that just fits nicely. So back to that 6x12 sticker sheet, I find this yay, which I think is going to layer really nicely there. And then this speech bubble that says love this life, another starburst thing that says smile, like a flash. So just layer that up with the speech bubble, and then some word strips. So I've got this camera to the right, and then on the left I'm going to add some word strips, and they slowly build up as I add them. The purple one is right now, which is already on there. And then this one is so happy. And then live your best life. And they all get layered up on the left. I try them in different places, but I decide that they work nicely in that left-hand side. That one says brilliant, that I've just layered on the right there. And then I add a couple of gold stars just to finish off that cluster. And then one more here that says best friends, which they really are. It's a lovely group of friends. I spot this heart border, which I think will work nicely along the bottom, just to bring a little bit more interest in, another layer, if you like, to the pages. And now I'm just moving all of these word strips in so that they layer nicely against one another above that heart border. Just checking that I'm happy with the positioning. And now into the ephemera, and I've got lots of pieces that I've fussy cut out of the papers. So first of all, I find this notebook piece, which I think will be perfect for my journaling. So this is my first addition to Janet's sketch. I just wanted somewhere to put my journaling, and I didn't want to go onto the white. I wanted to keep the white card as white space. So my journaling just reads, college was closed for 2 days, inset, so you all arranged to meet at bowling before walking to McDonald's for a snack. Luckily it was the Thursday and Friday, the 2 days James is also off college. So it was really nice that he could join them, because they all go to the same sixth form college, and then James goes to a technical college. So just adding a few bits that I've fussy cut here, a couple of butterflies and some of the tiny red flowers that came from that floral paper in the 12x12 paper pack. And here's one of the butterflies. These are gorgeous. They've got gold foiling all over them. Just adding the little antenna to that one because I trimmed them off by mistake. And now the date across the bottom, and finally some gold dots using my Nuvo what they call Nouveau crystal drops. And that's it. Thank you so much for continuing to watch my videos. It gives me such a thrill to see people are still interested in what I put out there. Please ask if you've got any questions at all in the comments box down below. I love to chat with you. And other than that, I shall see you tomorrow. Thanks again. Bye.